Namaskar. Under e-office in Hindi, we saw 8 videos and then I converted those Hindi videos to English videos. Those Hindi videos I made a long back around more than around 2 years back. But as per current scenario, one topic came in mind which I feel is very important to share as per current need. If you have seen all those videos on this topic, we took one topic, DSC installation, some configurations for digital signing, all the configurations we need to do, many settings of Java, that all we saw in video 4. And we saw some of the related parts in video 2 and video 3 as well. Exactly, I do not remember where it was in video 2 and 3, but video 4 was dedicated completely to this topic, and name was given to that video eOffice Digital Signing Certificate Installation DSC Registration in eOffice Hindi series. So same I did in English series also in the fourth video. So we saw all the process and steps to be followed. But in today's scenario, something major has changed. Actually, what happened is whatever browsers are available and we are using for running our e-office file management system like Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox, in that too, I told that Mozilla Firefox, we need to use Mozilla Firefox Extended Support Revision version ESR, MF ESR version, and Internet Explorer, there was no such issue. For understanding and not going into technical depth much, and just to see superficially, then in our browsers, when we do digital signature, Java running sign shows like a circle blinking inside which Java is written, if you remember, right? Actually, what is that? That is an applet. Means browser supports applets. Okay, browser supports applets and applet supports running Java. Okay, but in year 2016 and 17 around, many of the well-known browser companies like Google's Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and even Microsoft's Internet Explorer felt or observed that applet is not good from security point of view. Of course, it is providing some facility like applet running, but they must have observed something very serious issue and fallbacks which made them to decide that they need not to do permission of running applets on their browsers. And so when they launched new versions and latest versions like what is available in today's date to us, what we call as latest versions, there is no support to applets. So now those softwares like our e-office file management system or any other modules or any other softwares which need requirement of running Java on browser applets, then how work is possible if browsers are not allowing to run the Java program? So story is, if applet is not there, Java will not run, and if Java will not run, digital signing will not be possible. So the solution of this problem is found as digital signer service, which is topic of our this video. How to use it for digital signature purpose, that we will see in this video. So let's stop the discussion and see live. Let's open our browser. Let me open new screen for browser. So I have opened Chrome and we will type here eOffice website link, that is eoffice.gov.in. Like in your office, if eOffice is running, the link will be available for opening the eOffice where you can log in. But at national level, one portal in which we cannot log in as such, but we will get all the information related to eOffice. So typed eoffice.gov.in and then get entered. Wait for some time as per internet speed. Okay, yes, opened. Now there many options are showing. You may see all these later yourself. What we need to do, see right now, is go to downloads. Here digital signer service link is coming. Click on this one. I have clicked on it. It will open in a while. So new screen came. First I describe what it is here in this screen. See, first here version is written 4.1 and 6.1.1, means two version of digital signer services available, 4.1 and this one. Out of these we can use any one. I know and used 4.1, and 6.1.1 of course came later, so it must have better features, maybe more robust and secure. Something must be new in that, but I am showing 4.1 as I know about this much and will be easy for me as I use this. You can use anyone, but should discuss with your department, implementing body, and technical team that what needs to be followed. In my view, these should be almost same. Here now, above see it is written Windows system. Like we have Like I am working on Windows based system, so I will take example of Windows. It I also in this two things are there, 32-bit and 64-bit. So we must know that our computer is of 32-bit or 64-bit. How that we will know that? Let's see that first, then we will continue. So in desktop, come to my computer. For me, it is written this PC. Right click on it, click on properties. Properties opened, and here it is showing that system type is 64-bit operating system, right? So computer is 64-bit, that we come to know. So I again come to the browser, so I will need to download the 64-bit one. Okay, next is Mac. For those working on Mac system, that is Apple's, they need to download those using Ubuntu will download this one. Ubuntu is Linux based operating system. Then next two documents are given, which you may download and read if you are comfortable. These are in English language. It is good if you read this if you are comfortable, but as per my advice, if you follow the video, probably your work will be done successfully without any trouble and issues. So for showing live, I need to download 64-bit and version 4.1. When I click on this download, a zipped file will be downloaded of 54 MB size. As internet is not as good right now on my system, so I already have downloaded before starting this recording. So when you will download, this kind of file will come. It is zipped file. Right click on this and unzip this. For unzipping, you need unzipping software. I have already unzipped here, so I open the folder. See here, three things will show up. One is PDF file having some guidelines related to what we are going to see. It is in English language. You may read step by step this, or follow the video patiently. It will do the needful. Now two folders are also here. You can see folder names are prerequisites and Windows, right? We will see these folders are having what. Before that, let me tell you that we saw that digital signing services for Windows, Mac and Ubuntu. Question is that what process we are going to do needs to do every time we start our computers? It is not like that. We need to do this once in our computers only. That is one time installation. We need to do only once installation of this service, and later it will work for us. Okay, let me tell you some basic needs. Let me open the one Word document coming below. Yeah, coming below. I should type, that will be good for you. So what is minimum requirement to install digital signer service is important, as it is not like that someone is using XP operating system in his computer and will be able to install digital signer service. So I'm writing what is minimum requirements. So I'm writing Windows. Okay, first I should increase the font size so that it is readable. 26 will be okay, I think. Okay, 26 is selected. Windows 7 or above. If you are using Mac, means working on Apple's computer, then Mac 10.7 or above. Okay, if using Ubuntu, then 18 version or above. And JRE, Java Runtime Environment, that you see in my old video, there discuss Java Runtime Environment related stuff. Here also I tell you that version must be 1.8 or above, right? From where we can check these, we will see in this video later if time will allow. One more important point is, let me take into this page for better view. So yeah, I will write here. I'll make it here. Yes, ports. What is a port? There are, those are non-technical. They need not to worry. Just understand the computer are having ports actually. These are not physical but are softwares. Some of the programs which run in computer accesses different ports. If the ports are busy, assume like we have two utensils in our home, and if utensils are empty, then only we can keep item in these, and if they are filled, then we need to empty it, then only we can keep our items. Same is the case with the ports. Generally, port numbers are fixed for any program, and same is with digital signer service, that it uses two ports, 55100 and 55101. So basically all these what you are seeing on screen is minimum requirements to be available in our computer, and these are minimum requirements for running digital signer service successfully. Out of the above three, one will needs to be present in our system, because these are operating system, only one will be useful, will be present in our system, right? All these and these both ports must be free, that is empty, then only our work will be done. Let's do one thing. As I have Windows system, we will see Windows example, and in government departments are having all Windows based computer systems, right? Now do one thing. uh, we'll open the folder what we downloaded and unzipped right earlier. Let's see what inside Windows folder. First, in check system details.bat file, let's see this. Just double click on it. Okay, just double click on it. It will show computer details in front of us. See, one black screen came. We call it as command prompt. It is reading our system details. It will show some information. First one is our system, operating system is Windows 10. Okay, it is above Windows 7. OS version, BIOS version, system type. No need to see these details, not to get confused, straightforward. Now I show you what my purpose is. See, it is written Java is not installed, kindly install Java version 1.8 and or latest, right? Means the computer on which I am working is not having Java installed. So Java is must for digital signer service, and digital signing will not work otherwise. Let me do one thing, that I stop the recording and let me install the Java in my computer, and then I come back and will run again this file to see what message is coming then. But before going, see there also checking for port 55100, right? And checking for port 55101. DSC signer service is not installed. Message is also coming. It checked these two ports. It is showing not installed as we have not done installation from the unzipped folder, right? That we will do. So I am stopping the recording and installing Java, and then again come back to continue our discussion, and we'll see what message comes for us for more clarity of these. So after stopping the recording, I have done the installation of Java in my system. Java installation is very simple, and if you haven't seen my earlier videos, there is all the steps shown for installation. Simply go to Google and type download Java, and then it will guide and download and will be installed on clicking next buttons. Now click on this file again to see what information comes in this black command prompt screen. So information started coming. These were earlier also coming, same info, waiting for Java message. Yes, checking Java version running in system. Now it is not telling that Java is not found or not installed. It is showing that installed version of Java version is 1.8.0.2.251. So our work is done as Java is above version 1.8. Now we need to see these below DSS installation and two ports which we have discussed a lot. Now we will do it, which is going to be very easy, nothing much or new for you. Let's go to same our Windows folder. Here two installation files are there. Let me run this to see what message comes. I think it is, let me click this one first. It is saying that this cannot be run on 64-bit system, right? Because I ran setup of 32-bit and not 64-bit. So now I will double click on 64-bit one, this above one, right? This is for our system. Here it is written 64 in name, which is for my 64-bit computer, right? Okay, here also one message came. Let me resolve this. As I told you that this last one is for 32-bit operating system, and this one is for our 64-bit. Above one is of 64-bit operating system. I clicked on this and the screen came, which the next button, but just before, see, the next button has come, but just before error message was showing, which was showing JRE error, that you can see by going back a little in this video, that JRE version is not 1.8 or below it, and so I cannot install DSS and not allowing me. So I stopped recording and installed the new JRE after downloading from internet, and you can do also by typing download JRE in Google. You will get the link and you can download and then install it simply as you do in other software. So I did this in this computer and came back and clicked again on this and screen came. So let install, click on next, accept it, and next. Read here, click install, next. It's a normal message, right? Here you read it. It's a, do you want to install? Yeah, all this message you read it. Just if you want to cancel, review, or change of your installation setting, click back, click cancel to exit the wizard. Do you want to install? Below is, do you want to install SSL certificate? SSL is secure socket layer, its full form, and without SSL, DSS, digital signer service, will not work properly. If you are separately using one computer, we should click on yes and then install button. But for making you clear that if we were not selecting yes option and going to install, what happens, what it shows, what issues will come, and how to come out in that scenarios. Like if anyone is already having digital signer service, DCSC signer service, and he's getting this error, then what options he is having. So we'll be do troubleshooting. So I'm currently keeping this as no, and let's click on this install to see what happens, what issues comes in front of us, and how we will come out of those issues. That will make us more confident about this subject, and we will learn about troubleshooting also. So I'm clicking on install button. Installation started. Let it get installed. It will take time, so waiting for the completion of installation. This may take several minutes. It is written above this may take several minutes. So I do one thing, I stop the recording and will come back when it get installed to save your time. Now the installation is complete. Let me stop it. See, installation is completed and this screen came. These two check boxes, I am unchecking both. Let me uncheck it so that it not gets launched, to see from where we will do launch every time, as when we will come on our system we should know. Let me close other windows. Of these windows I'm closing. I want to come to my desktop. I want to show you desktop. Yeah, here my desktop. A shortcut has come, digital signer service 4.1, as it happens in other software. You know very well. Let's double click on this. Let's see what comes in front of us. Waiting for opening up of a pop-up. A pop-up should come. Okay. Mm, let it get open. Yeah, this screen come, but here it is writing for allowing permission. Just allow it. It is one time only. Let's see what comes behind. I clicked on allow access, and now again let double click on this. Let double click on this again. You see below 10 seconds was written and seconds are decreasing one by one. What it is showing is the start is disabled, means service is running. Let me open it again. As it's closed, our digital signer service is already running in my system, and if I want to click below stop to stop the service at any time, assume I stop the service and shut down the computer, and next time when I will come back and start my computer, the digital signer service will also start running automatically. If you open this again, this window will be open only for 10 seconds and get closed itself. So not much to know, except that if it is disabled, means service is running in our system. So when we have given permission allow access, the necessary work got done in the background for us. So till now we have seen that from where we need to download digital signer service setup in our computer or laptop. For digital signer service installation, what other softwares and setup is required. We saw about 32-bit and 64-bit, some information, and how to run digital signer service in our computers. As digital signer service has run successfully, so now onwards on this computer, the e-office file management system software will no more be dependent on applet of browser for digital signing, right? Understand this, that even if you are using latest version of any browser, and of course it will not support applets, then also we need not to worry that how we will do work now on e-office like software which are Java dependent, and in turn digital signing will not get affected and users will be able to work smoothly. I think till this point you may not have any confusion or issue. Similarly, if someone using Mac or Ubuntu based systems, whereas these are exceptional cases, like some very senior officers may be using Mac systems, for such systems also steps have been given in the document, and if you need help in that and you can ask me, then I will search and help for sure. No issue in that. So everything we did except two ports, 55100 and 55101, which are the digital signer service ports and needs to be free, which we were discussing earlier in this video. So let's do one thing. We open our folder again and go to folder name prerequisites. Yes, let's open it. The first one is a certificate file.cer. We will talk about this in a while. Second one is DSC signer service test.html. Okay, let us double click on this to see what comes for us. Let me open it. Yeah, choose Internet Explorer for opening this. Anything we can choose. Waiting for it to open. Mm, let it get open. Okay, don't use recommended settings. Okay, so finally this came. It is written to check the status of DSC signer service, click on the corresponding button based on HTTP, HTTPS. So we have two buttons, one for HTTP and other for HTTPS port. Below is asking for permission for running Java. Let enable it. So all we do is for Java, right? So above as two buttons are showing, HTTP is for port 55100 and HTTPS is for 5510 port number. Let me click on first HTTP port button. Let's see what happens. Hmm, open, it will open in a while. Okay, it is showing port number 55100 and showing one URL below. This URL we will talk later. Stated code is given 200 something. It may be something not our concern. Response from URL is success DSC signer service version 4.1. For us, success word is enough. No need to go technically in depth, and I also don't know much in depth about this, but I'm telling what is only important to know. So for HTTP port, it is a success. Let's now click on HTTPS DSC signer service. Yeah, this click on this. Yeah, it see above a red color error are here. The error is coming in red color, which is an issue. Maybe something may be running on this port, then we need to free this port. We will see that also. So our HTTP port is running very fine, no issue in that. Let me copy this URL, copying it. Let go to new tab in browser and paste the copied URL and press enter. Success message must come again. See, it has come. And in URL, if port is 55101, let me make it is 101, then error should come. See, can't reach the page message showing. So something is wrong here. So we will not address the same issue. So till now I hope everything is clear to you. As we seen about digital signer service, that work will will work till 15th October 2023 and then will expire. I found it in e-office document written and I noted. And after that, what will happen? After this date, one new digital signer service setup installer will be available to us and one new SSL certificate will be provided by the concerned team. This is just for knowledge I informed. Yes, I got one thing in that we were installing the digital signer service setup there. I chosen no instead of yes in case of certificate to be included. You remember na? We did to see what issue will come, and if we correct the issue we will learn something new. As we did not included SSL certificate, because of that only HTTPS, that is this S for secure, has not run and given message in red color. This is the only reason. Port busy point is probably maybe wrong. Let's check it and understand how to install the certificate now. So let's go to the folder. I'm coming the to go the let me come to the folder part. See, oh, this folder, this is certificate file, security certificate written here. What I am telling in this video, in comparison to other videos on e-office, it is a technical subject more and more, and still I'm trying to make it simplest as much as possible. Those are non-technical and of higher age, they need not to worry, as their other staff who are young and technical can do it very easily in their systems, and it is only one time activity, so they need not to dependent on them always for this, as it is not part of inside working inside e-office a file management system, but it is an outside work like walls of house to support our core work. That's all. Okay, so not to worry, just watch to know only about these topics. Let me tell you that digital signer service is using SSL, and our browsers like Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or XYZ does not itself import any of the certificate, and we need to do it manually. So we will do it here the same, so that browser keep these certificates in their trusted certificate store. Like they have one room, and browser keep all these certificates in this room, and when we do some work it checks the room, and if found, it believes that it is from trusted source and allows us to do the work without any restriction. So now let's see this trusted certificate part for knowledge, as it may be useful in other cases ever you face, right? You understand? Not to get confused if you are not understanding, it's a very simple concept, many of you knowing this much before. So I want to go to the browser. Let me open Internet Explorer so that I can show how to import the certificate. Let me open my Internet Explorer. It is here. Whenever we have opened browser, and if options like file, edit, tools are not showing, then just click on your keyboard Alt button. See, on pressing Alt button, all options are coming. Let's go to tools. Inside that, go to tools. Inside, go to internet options. Then in new window, go to contents tab. Content tab. Then click on certificates button. Then go to trusted root certificates tab, where here we need to do addition of that certificate. So click on import button. Next, where here we need to give path of the .cer file. Okay, let's close this. Okay, just browse it in your system, like I'm going to the folder to know the path, and same path I will paste in browsing window. Then select the file. Let me paste here the path. It is just simple. I'm browsing the .cr file. Nothing to worry about this, right? Now place all certificates in this certificate folder that we want to do, right? Finish. Finally finish button message showing you are about to install a certificate from a certification authority claiming to represent, right? Do you want to install certificate? Yes, click on yes. Import was successful. Okay, so it got added here. Now in this way we can add any number of certificates inside here. And now close all these windows. Now we will check doing all these has helped us what we want to do or not. Let's check. We saw HTTP 155.100 port, everything was fine for that, but in HTTPS we got some error message because we did not imported certificate while installation of digital signer service. So as we have imported the certificate now from some other places, let's see if it is working. So again click on the HTTPS port button. Hmm, let me click on this. See above, success came and port number is now 55101. So our work and goal is achieved perfectly. Let us do one more thing now. Hmm, I think we covered everything. Yeah, one point also to see, if I again came back to folder, let me again click on the, let me come to the folder. Yeah, let's check system details. Click on this third time. Let us see what information it shows for us. These are, these we know. Then Java related info will come here. It is okay. Now our two pending issues about port C, both ports message is sent. DSS is running on port 55100 and on below 55101 for also it is running, right? After a lot of patience and we have seen a long video, it's working. So congratulations to all of you. After it is working, no issues anywhere. Now it is asking press any key to continue. I have closed this. So I think we have completed all the required points, all the required setups, all the concerned points related to DSC signer service or digital signer service. We have checked that what options are provided with it, what is the use of digital signer service, what is the purpose of digital signer service, what issues can come in front of us, how to troubleshoot them to come out from that problem. We have seen about HTTP port, HTTPS port. So we learned a lot. It is a one-time activity in every system where you want to work on file management system. It is a one-time activity which needs to be done because we want to use the latest versions of browsers for security purpose. So in such situations when some issues arises, we need to be very patient and see some small things are there that, like we have seen in this video for HTTPS case. We just imported the certificate and everything became smooth and done successfully. Now I'm about to stop this video here. In next video I'm planning to take this topic only, DSC signer service, and we'll discuss some of the issues which are already mentioned in the e-office document also, that if this particular issue come, what we will to do. So some 4 or 5 scenarios are there which we will see of course in the next video. So closing this for now. Thank you. Thanks a lot.